Easy here, back in the Easy Garage. Okay, let's get back on the number blister cards, the brown back blue cards, and we did the first 10, and now we're going to start with, let's do the second 10 up to, we'll go up to number 20. Here is number 11, which is, they call it the 31 doozy. There's your number right there, number 11. All blue card. 31 doozy. Brown back. And there's your list of cars, just like there were in the later 80s, probably like 1988. And I will show you an 88 package, which were pretty much the same cars. And an 88 package. Very similar. But like I showed you before in the other videos, they switch the direction of the cars. You know, it's all marketing. But they switch the direction, and this one also has the speed point on the bottom, not on the top of the car, like that. Which those would have, you know, some information for the what is it? The Speed Point Club. But that's the 31 doozy. Now these are both made in Malaysia. And what's interesting is these are both Malaysia. And I'll tell you a little. There's no color variation. It's just strictly, they call it maroon. A maroon color. No variations. That's the only one. And they say it's worth about $70 on a number card. And I think I paid 40, I think it was 40 plus shipping, so like $45, and that was, heck, at least 5 years ago. For that number 11, they say it's worth 70, and this is outdated too. This is from, the list I read from is from 2013. So if you're collecting this stuff. But here's something interesting. Here's one of my loose ones, and it's also Malaysia. And if look at the base, I've looked in here and I can see the base is the same as this one, and it's got the rivets. They call them rivets. Some people call them rivets, but it's actually the part of the plastic it gets spun or unspun. Those are plastic. And I have one here loose, and this is Malaysia. And here's a Malaysia with the same rivets. They're like from the plastic. It's a little dirty. This car is dirty. But you can see it's spun off the plastic, not the metal. And this one has it says registered trademark. The trademark right there, and then they get blanked out. But here's an earlier one that's already blanked out, which is very odd. It's blanked out there with metal spun rivets, spun car, which brings you back to the older model, which was one of the green ones, and then the orange one was the first one, which were metal. But that one had a trademark. This one fits in somewhere in between, and it's very dark, almost like a double shot. And I bought some cars from the Bruce Pascal collection at one time when he was selling off some of his stuff, and it could have been the Mike Strauss collection, which I bought some cars. So this could be a you know, like a first shot, something like that. Very detailed and clean. Some of the cars, I'll show you these two side by side, and you can see as time, not time goes on, but yeah, as time goes on, they get real beat up. The machines start punching them out, and it gets worse and worse, and then they got to retool. So that could have been a retool and a start over car, something like that. I don't know. But I love it. It's clean. It's awesome. Little base variation there on that on my loose ones. There's the blisters. That's number 11. Blister card number 11. We're going to move on. We're getting into some tough cars coming up. A lot of them. And I get my information from South Texas Diecast, which is now Hobby DB, and I don't follow it. It's too hard for me to navigate. I don't know what they did. But that model was based on Larry Wood's personal. It was his personal car. He still has that car, a Duesenberg. And here, well, I won't show you that. This is another book I get reference off of. But I'll show you in there. There, the Duesenberg in orange. They don't follow the black walls. They do the first black wall in orange, but all the others they don't do. But that's number 11. And I was thinking about this as I was putting this together for this video, and I see people saying Holy Grail car. What would you like as a Holy Grail? Well, it's kind of hard for me to say one car, and people might say, oh, the rearboard Beach Bomb or something like that. Let me move the camera down while I talk. You don't want to just look at me talking. Look at some cars there. But I'll throw that up there too. You can check it out. But that didn't come in this number 11. I'll take it out of there. But anyway, and I was thinking, Holy Grail cars. I'm going to make a list of 10 Holy Grails Hot Wheels items that I would like to have in my collection. And one of them will be the original, not the original, but Larry Wood's personal car. Out of he was selling his collection, so he does have his original Duesenberg in his garage at his house. And I was thinking, wouldn't that be the most ultimate centerpiece for a Hot Wheels collection? If you're a true Hot Wheelers, the Duesenberg from Larry Wood's collection will go in my top 10 of Holy Grail. And I know the Pink Beach Bomb is on a lot of people's list, and that'd be great. But I'm not going to put that in there yet. I'm going to start my list with Larry Wood's Duesenberg as a centerpiece in my collection, and that would be one of my Holy Grails. But as for that, I want to show you blister card number 11. We're going to move on. I'll show you now we're getting into some tough cars, and I'm missing them, but I'll explain what they are and why they're so tough. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Check me out on my Instagram, Roland_Easy. And hey, keep on turning Hot Wheels.